Thanks.
How's it going?
I'm not too bad. I might just start, Robin, just to ask a couple of questions on this afternoon's squad update. Andrew Porter, further assessment required was the line from this afternoon's update. Can you give us any more information on how he's doing?
No.
Absolutely nothing?
No, he's been assessed.
Do you have confidence that he could be available this weekend?
We'll see how he is after he's been assessed. Yeah.
Okay. If he isn't available, can I ask you then about Alex Usenov and Jerry Kerr and how much confidence you would have on either one of them being able to step in from the start this week, or both of them if needed, across the 80 minutes?
Yeah, definitely. Alex, his development has rocketed really. So it's always interesting to see, young men of that age, when they're given an opportunity, how quickly they accelerate. And Alex is, he's developed really well. So has Jerry. Jerry's made the most of his opportunity to join us. He's been great to have the environment, breath of fresh air coming from a different background. So I've enjoyed working with both of them, but they've really become part of the squad. So, if their services are needed, I'm sure I've got the utmost confidence in both of them.
On Alex specifically, it was interesting. He's played a few games for Emerging Ireland long before he got his eventual debut for Leinster. Still a very, very young man. How much do you think that exposure he would have got across the last 2 years will stand to him going forward?
Yeah, definitely. I think the more different environments you can get yourself involved in as a young player, the more coaches that you get to work with, the more players you come against, either playing alongside or playing against, especially from a front row point of view, because the knowledge is tacit knowledge. It's something that's sort of handed down. You find your way, etc. There's no easy way of doing it. So I think definitely somebody like Alex will have benefited from that, as well as being in this environment here with the quality of props available. Like I said, to train alongside and to train against. So undoubtedly he's benefited from that.
Obviously a bit of uncertainty, a little bit of front row uncertainty this week with Bevan Rod and Luke Cowan-Dickey both ruled out due to injury. Do you think all of this creates a little bit of uncertainty in how to analyse them and what sort of threats they'll be bringing, specifically, I suppose, from a scrum and front row perspective?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to change their DNA. I think they've gone on record with regards to being comfortable with their DNA, etc. So, listen, it's going to be set piece orientated. They've got a very strong scrum, a very strong maul that they showed that against Harlequins last weekend. So, I think they're definitely going to try and test us out in those areas.
With a couple of days to reflect on Sunday's win against Edinburgh, how do you look back at that now? I know Leo after the game was talking about how it was just such an unusual game, something he's not sure he's ever seen before, just the complete gung-ho nature of it and the free tries that were scored. How do you look back at that now, a couple of days removed from it?
I'd go along with that with regards to when you've got nothing to lose, you tend to chance your arm a little bit more. So they definitely did that, and they had a benefit from it as well, with the intercept tries, etc. But I think it'll be different this week, as we saw against Harlequins. That mentality, that championship mentality, with George Ford, kicking the points 3, 6, 9. So our discipline is going to be very important. But there was plenty of positives from last week. Ryan Bedden in one of them. First appearance back from a long layoff. I thought he was a major positive for us going forward.
And just finally, then, for me, we'll be speaking to him in a few minutes' time. Joe McCarthy, how pleased have you been with his form? I suppose even just from the back end of the Six Nations and then returning with Leinster as well.
Yeah, he's a ball of energy, Joe, really. So as we saw on the weekend, there's numerous opportunities where he's running with ball in hand, and he's just a great sight to see him running around. maybe a little bit more carefree than he'd want sometimes. But listen, he's great to coach. He's very coachable. Strong member of the squad, and between the two of them, between him and Ryan Baird, the amount of work that they got through around the field, etc., as well as in the tight, it's a luxury to have both of them.
Thanks, Robin. Good luck this week.
Thank you very much.